starting off in our comfortable seated position this evening. First and foremost, thank you for joining me. Like I said, hope that you guys have had a good week and a nice Wednesday thus far. My name is Sarah. If you haven't been to class before, this is yoga and Pilates. So we'll do today. We're going to start with just kind of a nice, easy flow to get warmed up and stretched out. We'll do kind of what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks with just a little flow with some strengthening and some core work. And then we'll finish off with a couple of stretches. We've got 40 minutes together. So in the interest of time, let's get going. So once you've found that comfortable seated position, we're going to start off tonight by taking that scan of the body. When you get into that comfortable position, take this moment without any judgment to start from the top of your head and move down all the way through the body to the tips of your toes. Like I said, this scan is without judgment. All we're doing here is just noticing where you're at as we get started, noticing how you're feeling, noticing where those points of tension are that maybe you can give yourself a little bit of extra leeway. Or maybe there's some spaces that are feeling particularly good and you can challenge with a little bit deeper of a range of motion this evening, or a little bit more intense of a version of some of these poses. During these last 4 nice deep breaths here, as you finish your scan, I invite you to take any range of motion that might feel good to get moving. So if you found tension in your lower back, maybe it's a spinal twist. If you found tension in the core, maybe it's a lateral stretch in either direction. If your tension builds up similar to mine in the neck and the shoulders, maybe it's a roll of the head side to side. Any of those options are great. And we've got about 2 more nice deep breaths, nice and easy in that range of motion. And then find that big exhale to kind of bring it back to center. Find that inhale for your long spine. And we're going to start off by just hitting those ranges of motion, just nice and easy, a couple times in each direction. So we'll start off with our spinal twist. So give me a big inhale for that nice long spine. Again, those legs can be longer, they can be crossed. That exhale takes that hand around to the outside of that same side leg. Same side hand comes around behind the back into our spinal twist. We're just going to do twice in each direction here. So give me a big inhale to bring it through center. And let's go to that second side into that spinal twist, keeping that spine super long. One more time each direction. That inhale brings us through center. Our exhale to that first direction. And then one more time, change of direction. Inhale through center. Exhale to that second direction. And then go ahead and find that one final inhale to bring it back to center. And exhale, just release the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to go right into our lateral stretch, twice in each direction. Once again, give me a big inhale to bring those arms out and up. First one, our right hand is going to come down towards that mat. That left arm is going to come up over top. Maybe you have the range to bring the elbow down. Maybe you don't. Whichever works for you is fabulous. That next big inhale brings us back through center, and then we're going to find that same thing, second direction. So left hand comes down, right arm comes up over top for that nice big stretch. Same thing here. Maybe the elbow comes down, maybe it doesn't. One more time each way. Inhale through center, exhale to that first side. And one more time, that big inhale brings us through center and then over to that second side. Left hand down, right arm over top. One more big inhale brings us up nice and long. So big long arms long through the torso. Exhale circles the arms down and around. You can either place the hands right behind the hips or interlace them behind the back. Inhale to open up through the chest, pull the shoulder blades together. Maybe a little lift of the chin if it feels good. And then a big exhale to release. Final little warm-up range of motion that we're going to do is going to be our roll of the head and the neck. So one final time, give me that inhale for our long spine. Exhale drops the chin to the chest. Now we're just going to do half circles as usual. So go ahead and bring that right ear towards the right shoulder. Lengthen through the left side of the neck. And then just nice and easy at your own pace. Exhales bring us through center. And inhale brings the left ear towards the left shoulder. Now again, excuse me, going at your own pace here. So nice and easy. Maybe you take it a little slower or a little faster than I am. That's totally fine. This is your practice. You got to make it what works for you. Go ahead and give me 2 more nice deep breaths here in this roll of the head and the neck, getting those shoulders kind of stretched out, the traps stretched out. One more. Big inhale and exhale. Allow the exhale to drop the chin back to the chest, and then that inhale lifts the head back up to that long spine. Now, like I said, nice and short and easy right here in the seated position. We're going to take it up just a half notch. We're going to transition over to our hands and knees. When you get there, take a second to make sure that your positioning is correct, and then we can go right into that cat and cow. So take that transition as you need to. When you get there, the knees are underneath the hips. The wrists are either underneath the shoulders, or maybe you have them out a little bit in front just to release the pressure on the wrists. And then we'll go right into that cat and cow. That exhale pulls the spine up towards the ceiling, tucks the chin in towards the chest and the pelvis under. The inhale presses the belly towards the floor, lifts the chest and the pelvis. So just a couple times in either direction here in our cat and cow, finding that spinal range of motion. Fabulous. Give me 2 more nice deep breaths in that cat and cow. That's twice more in each direction. Awesome. After that second exhale, find that full range of motion and then bring the spine back to centered. From here, we're going to take it up another notch and bring it into our first down dog of the day. So go ahead and curl those toes under, press those hips up and back. And this is where that little bit of leeway can come in. So if you found some tension through the back of the legs, starting with that healthy bend in those knees, maybe pedaling out those heels to alternate sides. We're going to spend about 3 or 4 nice deep breaths here. So if the wrists are bothering you a little bit today, maybe give them that break by bringing it down to the elbows. This focus should be on the back of those legs and getting that spine nice and long. So take this couple of moments. We've got about 2 more nice deep breaths here, either of those options, your dolphin or your down dog. Awesome. And then let's transition out into our high plank for just a moment. So if you were on those elbows, bring it up to the hands and then shift the shoulders out over the wrists. Just right into that high plank. We're going to take a 3 count here. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower down to the mat. So all the way down, bring it through your chaturanga, set the chest on the floor, let the tops of the feet meet the mat. We're going to move into a little stretch here. So our first one is going to be our baby cobra. So go ahead and plant those elbows down right outside the shoulders. Inhale lifts us up into our baby cobra. So just halfway, keeping the elbows down. Exhale releases down towards the mat twice more, just like that. Our inhale lifts us up into that baby cobra. This is always a great option if you've got any lower back pain. Go ahead and release down to the mat. One more time, inhale lifts up. So if that full cobra doesn't feel right, you can always keep it right in that baby cobra. Lower it down, and then here's our option to move it up a notch. So pull those hands right to the outside of that chest. Once again, move that 3 into our full cobra or baby if you prefer. Inhale presses up through the palms, maybe a slight lift of the chin, opens up through the chest. Exhale lowers down twice more, just like that. Our inhale lifts us up. Our exhale lowers us down. And the last one, inhale lifts us up. And exhale lowers us down. Now, one more option to take it up a notch. We're going to take it into that full upward facing dog. However, again, that cobra or that baby cobra are great options here if this isn't comfortable. Keep those hands planted right where they are. If you're bringing it up into that up dog, our inhale presses up and lifts those thighs just slightly off of the mat. A little extra pressure through that lower back. Exhale lowers down. Twice more, just like that. Again, if you're in that cobra or baby cobra, that is also fabulous. Pressing up, finding that nice stretch through the front side body, and then lowering down one more time, just like that. Our inhale presses us up to any of those 3 options. This time, instead of lowering, go ahead and turn those toes over, press those hips up and back into that downward facing dog. From here, we're going to give those wrists a tiny second, that back a tiny second in our child's pose. So go ahead, lower those knees down nice and wide, big toes close together. the hips back towards the heels. If it feels good, you can walk those hands side to side, nice and easy. If that doesn't feel good, you can keep them right down center. Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths wherever you are. So either moving side to side or down center, either is fabulous. One more big inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and put pressure through those palms, lift the hips, turn the toes over, press the hips up and back. From here, we're going to find some lower body stretches. So right foot's going to go up and back into that 3-legged dog. So press it towards that opposite wall, bend our left knee, and sweep the right foot forward to plant it in between those hands. Spinal twist from here keeps that left knee up, that left hand down, and opens up that right arm towards the ceiling for our first spinal twist here. Stacking those shoulders on top of each other, fingertips up high. One more time like that. Exhale, bring the hand down. And then our next inhale brings it back up. So one more spinal twist on this side. Stack those shoulders on top of each other. Exhale, pulls that hand back down. Go ahead and release the left knee to the mat. Let the top of the foot meet the mat. Once in each direction, we've got our hip flexor and hamstring stretch. Press those hips forward with that exhale, opening up through that left hip flexor. And then inhale to shift the hips back. Lengthen that right leg. Lift those right toes. Nice hinge forward the hips for our hamstring stretch. Exhale presses us forward back into that low lunge. Plant those hands, curl the left toe under, lift the knee, find your balance. Inhale sweeps us up to our crescent lunge. So lifting those arms, keep that bend through the right knee, keep that left heel up. Fabulous. From here, we're going to take it right out to our warrior two. So turn that left heel down, open those arms up. We're going to find a nice stretch in our peaceful. Flip that right palm, lift it up and back. Nice stretch through the front side body. Exhale, cartwheels all the way down, fingertips come down, left heel comes up, and then let's step that left foot forward to meet the right in our forward fold. Taking just a moment here, again, that same leeway that you had for your first down dog. If you need a nice bend through those knees, feel free to take it. And then let's go ahead and find 3 halfway lifts. So an inhale to our halfway lift, flat back, long spine, and exhale to fold it forward twice more, just like that. Keep it moving. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. This time we're going to roll it all the way up. So inhale up to our extended mountain. Pull the palms together overhead. Exhale, pulls them down to heart center. Fabulous. Take those arms back up with that inhale. Exhale, swan dives us forward, forward fold. Bend those knees, plant those hands, step it back to that high plank position. Press those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Fabulous. Go ahead and exhale, float the shoulders out over the wrists and lower all the way down to the mat once again. This time we're just going to find 3, so choose the option that best suits you, baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Inhale lifts us up. Exhale lowers us down. Twice more. Inhale lifts us up. Exhale lowers down. Last time, that inhale lifts us up. From here, we're going to transition right to our down dog. So go ahead and turn those toes over, plant the palms, press the hips up and back. Fabulous. 3-legged dog on the left this time. Left foot goes up and back, nice and long. Bend the right knee, sweep the left foot forward. Keep the right knee hovering for our 2 spinal twists. Lift the left arm, open up through the chest, stack the shoulder blades. Exhale, folds it back down. One more time, just like that. On this side, inhale opens up. Exhale brings it down. From here, we're going to let that right knee meet the mat. Top of the right foot meets the mat one time each direction. Exhale presses us forward. Hip flexor stretch for that right leg. Inhale shifts those hips backwards, lengthens that left leg, lifts the left toes, hinging forward at the hips to find that hamstring stretch through the back of that left leg. Exhale presses us back forward into that lunge. Plant those fingertips or those palms, curl the right toe under. Lift the knee, find your balance. Sweep those arms up, crescent lunge. Try and keep that bend through that left knee, that long right leg. Nice. When you get to the top, find that strong core for our balance. Turn that right heel down, open those arms, warrior two. Nice and long from fingertip to fingertip, front side body stretch, flips the front palm, lifts it up and back. Fabulous. Exhale, cartwheels us all the way down. So left hand Right hand, right heel comes up. Step that right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. 3 halfway lifts here. Inhale, halfway lift to our flat back, long spine. Exhale, folds us forward. Twice more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds it forward. Last time, our inhale finds that halfway lift. And our exhale folds it forward. Fabulous. Go ahead and inhale to roll all the way up to our extended mountain. Arms come up overhead. Palms meet. Pull them down to heart center. Now we're going to change it up a little bit from here. So I want to invite you, if you need a quick sip of your water or just to shake it out a little bit, go ahead and feel free. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths wherever you're at. All right, that last big inhale and exhale here. Go ahead and find your way back to the top of your mat, to that nice mountain pose. And let's go ahead and find a big inhale to sweep those arms out and up. Our exhale swan dives us forward into our forward fold. One more halfway lift here. Give me that inhale for that flat back, that long spine. And our exhale folds it forward. From here, we've got our chair pose, and we're going to find 4 pulses. So adjust those feet a little bit inward if you need to. Inhale, sweeps the arms up, sinks the hips back into that chair pose. Find that long spine. We've got 4 pulses here, halfway down, halfway back up. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then go ahead and sink back into it. We're still in that chair pose. Try and keep that spine nice and long. Lift that right heel, shift your weight onto your left foot, and we're gonna step or slide that right foot back into that crescent lunge. That heel stays up. Take a second, find your balance, get that bend in that left knee. We've got 4 pulses here. Same thing, halfway down, halfway back up. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, sink into it. Find that crescent lunge. Exhale, folds us forward. Plant those hands. Step that left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. From here, we've got 4 push-ups. Toes or knees are fabulous for this. Go ahead and exhale, float the shoulders over the wrists. Once again, toes or knees are great. 4 here. Lower down, exhale to press up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you had those knees down, press them up into that high plank position. And then let's go ahead and press those hips up and back in that downward facing dog. We're going to do 4 of our 3-legged dog to half mountain climbers, all on that left leg. So left leg, go ahead and bring it up and back. And then we're going to shift the shoulders out over the wrists, lower the hips, and bring the left knee between those elbows. 3 more just like that. Inhale, presses up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, floats out to that half mountain climber. 2 more. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, floats us out. Last one, just like that. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, floats us out. And then we're going to meet in that 3-legged dog one more time. So up and back. Bend that right knee. Sweep the left foot forward. Plant it down. We're back in that lunge position. Go ahead and inhale. Sweep those arms up. Transition over to warrior 2. Turn the right heel down. Open the arms. We're going to do twice into our peaceful to triangle. So flip the front palm, lift it up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale brings us back out to centered. Lengthen that front leg, that left leg, hinge forward at the hips, and then bring those left fingertips down, right fingertips up into our triangle. Briefly here, so our next inhale lifts that torso back up nice and long, bends that left knee, same thing. Lift the front palm, lift it up and back, peaceful. Exhale brings us back out to centered triangle. Lengthen that left leg, hinge forward at those hips. Bring the left fingertips down, right fingertips up. Very briefly here, so next inhale brings you back up to that long spine. One more time into peaceful here. Bend the left knee, flip the front palm, lift it up and back. Exhale, cartwheels us all the way down. Left hand comes down, right hand comes down, right heel comes up. Step that right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Words are hard today, guys. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rolls it all the way up, extended mountain. Palms come together over the head. Exhale, pulls them down to heart center. Same thing, second side. Here we go. Inhale takes those arms up. Exhale, swan dives us forward, forward fold. We've got our halfway lift. So inhale to our flat back, long spine. Exhale to our forward fold. Chair pose with our 4 pulses. Sweep those arms up, sink those hips back. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink those hips back down. Find that chair, that long spine. Lift that left heel. Slide or step that left foot back. Find your balance in that crescent lunge. Same thing, 4 pulses. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into it. Fabulous. We're going to fold it forward. So bring those fingertips down and then step that right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. From here, we've got our 4 push-ups. So go ahead and shift the shoulders out over the wrists. You can keep the knees up or lower them down. Take your modification as you need to. 4 push-ups. Here we go. Lower down. Exhale to press back up. There's 4, 3, 2, and 1. With those, as always, you can move a little faster or slower. Get a couple few and lift those knees into that plank. Press those hips up and back into that downward facing dog. From here, we've got that 3-legged dog to half mountain climber. Right foot goes up and back, nice and long. From here, let's go ahead and shift the shoulders out over the wrists. Knee comes between the elbows for 4. Inhale up and back. Here's 3. Inhale up and back. 2. Inhale up and back. Last one, all the way out, all the way up, out, up and back. And then we've got that transition. Bend that left knee, sweep that right foot forward, plant it down. When you find your balance, go ahead, inhale to sweep those arms up. Transition to your warrior 2 with your exhale. Turn the left heel down, open those arms up. We've got that double peaceful to triangle. Flip the right palm, lift it up and back for that peaceful warrior. Exhale brings us back out to centered triangle here. Lengthen that right leg, shift forward at the hip. Side. So first things first is going to be those pulls. Those arms nice and long. Our knees are bent. Our feet are planted. We've got our super long spine. And then we're going to find our pulse from here. So we're going to go as far down as you can while you keep that long spine. And then not quite all the way back up to release. So here we go. Bringing it down, halfway up for 4. Same thing. Down, halfway back up. Down, halfway back up. And last one, down, and halfway back up. We've got our twists. Right hand here comes down to tap behind you and then brings it back to center. Find that angle that makes this challenging. Down and back up for 2. 2 more on this side. Down, back up. Last one on this side. Right hand comes down behind and then open it back to center. 4 more pulses at center. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that angle that's going to make this second side challenging. Left hand comes down behind. Open up into that twist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that arm back to center and then sit it up to release that tension on the core. Give yourself a tiny break. And we're just going to find that one more time, just like that. So if you need to adjust that at all, maybe you sit a little bit closer to those heels, maybe you sit a little further. Just make sure you've got that long spine all the way through. We don't want the lower back to round out on this. Same thing one more time. You guys got this. Go ahead and lengthen those arms. Get that spine nice and long and ready to go. 4 pulses down the center. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down to that challenging position for this twist. Right hand down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4 pulses down the center. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2. Keep breathing here. You guys got this. And 1. Find that challenging angle left side. Here we go. Last time. 4, Awesome job, you guys. 3, keep it going. 2, last one. Here we go. Make it a good one. Last one. Bring it back to center. Sit it up. Release the tension on the core. And then we're going to bring it down onto our backs. So take a moment. Transition on down. Pull those knees into the chest. Maybe you do a little windshield wiper of the knees for a spinal twist. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side or in little circles. But we're not going to rest for too long. Let's take it up another notch here. Let's hit that posterior chain. Bend those knees, plant those feet. All right, as your option, as always here, you can just hold a glute bridge if this exercise isn't going to be quite right for you. Let's all take it up into that glute bridge. Press those hips up. Find that nice long line from the knees all the way down to the shoulders. You can use those hands out wide for some support. Now we've got a little range of motion for our legs here. I'm going to keep my left leg planted. I'm going to take my right leg. I'm going to extend it out long. We've got a lift, lower, and then a side to side. So we're going to take those toes up towards the ceiling. Take that heel down to tap. Bring it back up to centered and then out to the side. So take it out to the right and then back to center. 3 more just like that. Toes come up, heel comes down. We're back to center and out to the side. Meet it right there. 2 more. Toes come up, heel comes down, back to center, out to the side. Meet that knee where it is. Last one. Stay with it. Keep those hips high. Lift it up. Heel comes down. Back to centered. We're coming out to the side last time. Back to center, and then bend that right knee, plant that right foot. For more challenge, you can keep those hips up right here. For a little break, you can let them rest and relax for a moment. Choose your option. And if you let those hips come down, go ahead and lift them back up. We've just got that same thing on that second side 4 times with this left leg. So right leg stays planted, left leg goes long. We've got a lift, a lower. It comes back to center. It opens up to the side, and then back to that center. 3 more. A lift, a lower, long leg, out to the side, back to center. 2 more. Or a lift. Keep those hips high. You got it, you got it. A lower, long leg, out away from center, back to center. Last one. Here we go. You got this. Lift. Nice work, you guys. Lower, looking good. Back to center. Last time out to that side. Right back, bend that left knee, plant the foot, and lower those hips down. Nice work. Good job, you guys. All right, we've got a little bit more core front work before we hit one final flow. So let's go ahead and take those feet up towards the ceiling. Those hands can be out wide in our A-frame or under the hips for a little bit more support. We are going to do 4 lifts and lowers and then 4 knee to chest. So we'll take the arms out of the equation here for that second one. But stick with me here. You guys got this. There can be a nice little bend in those knees if the hamstrings are still a little bit tight here. We've got 4 lift and lowers. Here we go. Let's take those feet down through your range of motion. Keep the lower back nice and stable and back up. There's 4. Keep it going just like that. You can move a little faster or slower. That's also fabulous. 3, 2, and last one. Bring them down and back up. When you get to the top, bend those knees, pull them in towards the chest. We're going to do, oh God, words, you guys, I'm telling you. We're going from knees to chest, out to out long. So keep that lower back nice and strong and stable. You can lift the head and shoulders for more challenge. Take it out long. And then pull those knees back in. There's 4. Keep it going just like that. 3, 2, last one. When those knees get pulled into the chest, we've got 1 more time each direction. So take those feet up towards the ceiling. 4 lifts and lowers. 4, 3, 2, and 1. When those feet get up nice and long, pull those knees in towards the chest. 4 extensions. Here we go. Take those legs out long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Out long. Pull those knees in. Bend the knees, plant the feet. Give me 1 big roll up. So an inhale takes the arms overhead, and exhale rolls us up to seated. And then let's transition it on over. So we're going to take it to our down dog. I'm just going to swing those legs around, plant those hands, curl those toes under, hips up and back. All right, you guys are almost done. Stick with me. Final couple minutes here. Go ahead and walk those feet into those hands. We're in that forward fold. And then inhale, roll it on up. Extended mountain. Go ahead and exhale, swan dive it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold it forward. All right, we've got that chair pose, 4 pulses. Inhale, sweep those arms up, sink those hips back. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into that chair pose. Right side's gonna go first for these pulses, so lift that right heel. Slide or step that right foot back nice and long. We're in that crescent lunge. 4 on this side. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into it. Go ahead and fold forward, plant those hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right. All right, all we're gonna hit here is those 4 push-ups. So we're gonna skip the half mountain climbers, 3-legged dogs. So toes or knees, we've got our 4 push-ups. So shift those hips down, shoulders out over the wrists. Here we go. Lower it down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're gonna meet in that down dog. So if those knees were down, lift them up, press those hips up and back. We're gonna hit those 4 pulses on that other side. So the right leg's gonna go forward here. So go ahead and step that right foot forward, plant it down, bend through that right knee, left heel is up. Sweep those arms up. Here's those 4 pulses, second side. Go ahead and bend that knee. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into it. All right, here's that transition back to our chair. Hinge forward at those hips. Press off of that left foot to meet the right. When you get there, bend those knees, bring it back into that chair. We've got 4 final pulses here. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into it. Hold it down for 4. You guys got this. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand it up nice and tall. Exhale, swan dive it forward, forward fold. Nice. All we've got to do now is cool it on down. Bend those knees. Step that left foot back about 3/4 of the way. Set that knee down. We're going to transition over to our seated. So go ahead and bring those hips down. Bring it to that seated position. Once again, we'll have those knees bent and those feet planted. All right, little transition stretch, cool down here. Our inhales are gonna take those hands behind the hips, open up through the chest, lengthen through the spine. Our exhales are gonna walk them forward, setting that chest or that torso onto your thighs. So just a nice easy forward to backward, take it at your own pace here. A nice inhale lengthens through the spine, opens through the chest. A nice exhale, folds it forward and find that stretch through the back. Keep moving in that. Give me about 3 more nice deep breaths there. Fabulous, fabulous. All right, 1 more time, each direction. Wherever you are, just finish that out. And then go ahead and find that nice long spine. All righty, fabulous. From here, we're just gonna transition it on over to our comfortable seated position. So those legs can be long. We can be back in that kind of centered cross-legged position. We're gonna find 1 little upper body flow, and then we'll finish with our 3 nice deep breaths. Give me a big inhale, bring those arms out and up. When they reach the top, go ahead and interlace those fingers. As your exhale comes in, go ahead and bring the hands down to the chest and then press the palms forward, round out through the spine. Inhale, lift us up 1 more time, palms towards the ceiling, nice and long away from center. And then our exhale circles of those arms down and around. Interlace or place those hands right behind the hips or right behind the back. Inhale, open up through the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, maybe a lift of the chin if it feels good, and an exhale to release. Like I said, 3 nice deep breaths to finish us off, leading with those arms. Our inhale brings those arms out and up. Stretch long away from center at the top. Exhale circles them down and around. 2 more. Inhale brings us out and up. Exhale circles us down and around. On this last one, those palms are going to meet up overhead. Give me a big inhale, bring those arms out and up. Palms meet right up overhead, and our exhale pulls them down to heart center. All right, you guys, thank you as always for sharing your Wednesday evening with me. It is always such a pleasure to have all of you here. I so appreciate it. The light in me honors the light in you, bowing as we say, namaste.